culprit seems more likely: wastewater injection. Before I explain exactly what I mean by this, let's briefly cover the specifics of the moderate magnitude earthquake that struck. The magnitude 5.4 earthquake struck at 7:47 p.m. local time on May 3, 2025, approximately 48 miles east-southeast of the small town of Del City in far west Texas. This quake caused the ground to rapidly shake back and forth for multiple seconds, causing one area to experience motion equivalent to about one-third the acceleration due to gravity. Thankfully, there were no structures in the worst impacted area, but if there had been, the damage would have looked something like this simulation. The only thing which could have theoretically sustained some minor damage is the solar farm to the north of the quake epicenter, but so far this quake is reported to have caused no injuries and no damage, which is good news. Texas, unlike say California, is not exactly widely associated with the potential for frequent potentially damaging earthquakes, or even smaller magnitude harmless quakes. This assertion is seemingly backed by the fact that earthquake hazard map on a U.S. Geological Survey color code scale indicating earthquake hazard. The most hazardous area in Texas is only colored yellow, while the vast majority of California is colored maroon, red, orange, and yellow. Yet, since the beginning of 2025, in the contiguous United States, while California has been the site of the most magnitude 2.5 or larger earthquakes by state, Texas surprisingly comes in as a not-so-distant second place. This is not normal. If we go back only a mere 40 years, and examine the same first 5 months and 4-day timespan in 1985, Texas did not have a single magnitude 2.5 or larger earthquake. This was also the same story for Oklahoma and New Mexico, the latter of which ranks fourth among magnitude 2.5 or larger earthquakes since the year began in 2025. The only thing that changed during that timespan is that earthquake-induced earthquakes started to be induced in these areas from both oil and natural gas fracking and wastewater injection, where unwanted wastewater during oil and natural gas extraction is pumped back into the ground. This wastewater is generally injected below the oil-bearing layer, spreading out in a porous rock layer. However, as this occurs, the wastewater can sometimes directly interact with any fault lines the water encounters, lubricating the fault, making it easier for the fault to slip, resulting in an increased rate of earthquakes. It can also, through displacement, put additional strain on adjacent or vaguely close by fault lines, sometimes multiple miles away, making them more likely to slip, which in my opinion was the direct cause of Saturday's earthquake. While the closest oil and gas extraction site is a mere 5.3 miles from the earthquake epicenter, the closest reported wastewater injection site is 10.5 miles away. Thus, while it is fully possible that the 5.4 earthquake could have been natural, as the two strongest earthquake Texas ever experienced were truly natural and not accidentally induced by human activity, the odds are statistically likely that the quake on May 3 was caused by wastewater injection. In oil fields, generally speaking, other induced earthquakes, about 48 out of 49 induced quakes, are caused by wastewater injection, with the remaining 1 of 49 induced quakes being caused by fracking. Oil and natural gas production are not the only activities with the potential to create induced earthquakes, as large mining operations, the creation of large reservoirs, and geothermal power plants can all produce a similar hazard. As a final note, I would like to thank my new YouTube channel member Soj Nexus, Philip, for supporting my work.